gonna be all right. It's loud and clear. The gear that I wear, yo, sometimes it makes people stop and stare, but it's not always about the way you look. It's about the way your actions are, the way you cook. I took a little time to, make up this rhyme. Actually, right off the head, I said, yo, what can I talk about? I'm gonna do this thing and about to walk it out. I can do whatever I want to for real. So I'm gonna sit down in the joint and show skills. Yo, give me microphone right here. It's right on my chest. So we do it the best. Maybe it's not the best in your opinion, but we still do this thing like a rack opinion. So we stay right. Yeah, I'm aligned right. I'm gonna do this thing. Got my time right. What's up with y'all? Is it everything that we going to do on the call? We got the phone lines up this afternoon. Yeah, watching NFL is soon. My team be playing later on the night. Yeah, under the prime time. Yeah, the lights bright and I'm out of sight. I got my game tight. Won't make me when you say hold up. I got my name tight. Wait, hold on. Let me do it right. Yo, I said, I got my game tight when you say Sun 75 to get my name right, because I would do it for you. So we are cool. So you understand who I'm talking to. Everything is going to be all right. I love when I say that shit. It makes me feel shine bright. Yeah. Talk about the halls and walls. Maybe talk about these big balls that's in my drawers. I could talk about anything, but we got a subject today that's going to make us kings and queens. Yo. Today on the Urban Therapy with Sun show, we are talking about if you make love, basically. See, I couldn't say this in the title because, YouTube be a little, but the real title of the show is, if you have sex, does that make you married? A lot of people, a lot of biblical people, a lot of spiritual people, a lot of religious people, they believe that sex between a man and a woman equates to marriage. So whether or not you have actually legally gone into a marriage agreement, obtained a license, or even have sanctioned it by God in a church, temple, or mosque, they believe that you are married. So we can talk about all kinds of things that go along with this concept, like soul ties. They say that every time that you have sex with somebody, you are basically spiritually having sex with everybody they have ever had sex with. So, people subscribe to this theory. It's not out of the realm of understanding. It's not out of the realm of possibility. But I guess it depends on whether you are a believer or not. If you are a believer, then you could be a conceiver. If you are a believer, then you can be a conceiver. However, I could see how this could cause some trouble for people to really understand, comprehend, or accept all of this. What's going on, my peoples? It's good to see y'all, man. It feel like the old crew. You know what I mean? Not so long ago, but it feels like back in the days, those 2023 days, those 2022, 21, 20. 19, 18, 17. Y'all been rocking for a minute, man. It's good to see y'all. What up? T carry right morning, noon, and night. It's always great to have my peoples going directly into your site. And my brother Ansel Jones, Baltimore brother girls can't leave him alone. And Emily Dunlap is in the house. Bow! She about to turn it out. A grown woman, don't try me, or I won't try. I'm glad to see you right here today. I won't lie. What up, y'all? So yeah, I know that y'all have heard people talk about this topic before. I know that you have heard people talk about this topic before. If you have sex, if a man and a woman have sex with each other, are they married? Now, the one thing that got me to do this show this afternoon, because I was going to talk about something else. But something compelled me to talk about this afternoon. I was going back and forth with somebody online. That's how it happened. I was going back and forth with somebody online, and it was a post about how premarital sex is bad, and it leads to all kinds of problems and diseases and misunderstandings and unwanted pregnancies and all that kind of stuff. And I was thinking like, So if premarital sex is bad, inherently bad, so does that make all marital sex all marital sex, does that make it good? Does it cure everything that premarital sex makes sick? Yeah. If fornication, which is premarital sex, which is sex without being married, is if that's bad and it leads to all of these problems, it leads to all of these misunderstandings, it just takes you down a rabbit hole of problems, of sorrow, of regret, then I'm thinking that sex after marriage should fix everything. It should be sex between married couples should always be good, right? Always. I mean, right? If all premarital sex is bad, then sex during marriage should be perfect. Like it's all good. That's what made me marry you, baby. Well, I mean, that's what made me want to marry you. I knew if I married you and if I waited until we got married in order to have sex, I knew everything would be great. See, I have a lot of questions when it comes to this concept. A whole lot of questions. The whole lot of questions. Like, if sex automatically means that you're married, then why get married? I mean, it's almost like saying that there's no such thing. And y'all can help me out with this. Y'all can help me out with this. Because if sex before marriage means that you are married, or if having sex with somebody means that you're married, then you have been married multiple times. Or you may be, you may be a polygamist, because you may have a lot of spouses going on. But, and y'all can straighten me out on this, and I probably need to be straightened out on this. If sex equals marriage, then there is no such thing as premarital sex or fornication. No? That's what I'm thinking. Now, y'all gonna have to help me out, straighten me out, get me right about this situation, because I know that I can't be thinking right, because you ain't gonna tell me that I got all of these questions and I came up with the questions and the answers at the same time. There's no way I can do that. I might be a little bright. I may have passed an exam or two in my day, but I know I ain't that smart. Not even close to it. But I want to know what y'all think. I want to know how y'all handle this situation. I want to know how y'all process this whole thing. What we talking about? My brother Ansel Jones says that the damn Commanders missed a field goal. Now, this is what we not going to do. We not going to have the Commanders losing to no Cowboys. Now, they normally lose to the Cowboys, but this year that would be unacceptable. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Now, I may not like the Commanders, and I really hate their name, but come on, man. Stop that. Stop that. Okay, so Grown Woman Don't Try Me says, if I was married to everyone I had sex with, would that make me a bigamist? That would make you a polygamist. What? And I guess if you are married to everybody you have sex with, how do you get divorced? Or is that not an option? See, people who are really into the Bible like this and who subscribe to this doctrine, what I've noticed, and I'm not trying to diss, I'm really here for the knowledge. I'm really here to do some astral planing. I'm really here to try to figure out how we arrive at these conclusions without asking these relevant questions. Because if I don't know, I don't think I have the mental capacity to not question that. Sex is something that all living things do. It's the only way you can populate the earth. Now, you could say that human beings are the only beings on earth that have sex without the intention of procreating. And I would ask, how do you know that? How do you know that all animals, all insects, all fish, creatures, how do you know that they want to procreate because they have sex? And you could say that because every time they have sex, they get pregnant. Now, how do we know that? I mean, because we don't know. We don't know exactly when. Okay, like my cat is in heat right now. I almost called her Lovey. Crystal is running around here, flipping around like a fish out of water and rubbing up against everything. Yeah, and I'm thinking like she would make love to anything that rubs her. I don't know if she would do. She think I don't know, a chair, a slipper, a shoe, a boot, anything with a corner on the edges. Does she think all of that will have some kittens too, or make her have some kittens? If you ask me, and I know y'all didn't ask me, but if you ask me, it looked like she just want to get her shit off. That's how it seems to me. If I had to guess, I would say that my kitty cat is trying to give up some kitty cat. I don't know if she and this shit goes on for a few days, 3, 4, sometimes 5 days or whatever. I mean, I'm looking like, listen, I can rub your stomach, your back, your head. I can, rub you behind the ear. They liked all that shit. I said, but I can't. There's nothing else I can do. Now, for people who say, well, you should have got her fixed. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't, all that neutering and spaying and all that shit. I don't know. Like I'm kind of cool on that. I think that animals should be able to have sex. Now, of course, you could ask me, well, then why don't you let her go and have sex? I said, because I don't want fleas. Really, I don't want kittens. So I guess I'm pushing my human ideals on her. Say, but she's suffering. You don't realize how much that hurts. I'm like, plenty of people want to have sex and can't have sex. They don't die. You know what I mean? It don't make an actual pain in your groin. It's an emotional pain. It can be. But anyway, is she married to those? A cat can have kittens by more than one male cat. So when you see those other cats waiting to, run train on the cat, she can have different, like those kittens, she can have a litter of kitties with different baby daddies. And from what I've been told, that's why a lot of those male cats don't stick around. Like, I don't know what she was out there doing. Actually, I do. I saw what she was out there doing. I don't know. Them little gray kittens ain't mine. You see me? I'm a tabby cat. I'm an orange cat. I don't make no gray cats. Ain't no gray cats in my... Listen, round. I ain't trying round. I ain't trying round. Hold on, y'all. I'm slow today. Y'all gonna have to bear with me while I pick up today. Y'all gonna have to bear with me while I pick up today, because we got the phone lines open. I didn't even prepare. I didn't even prepare for that. Hold on, let me get it right. Get it right. Get it right. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and pin the number. If y'all would like to call into the show, add your 2 cents, make a statement, ask a question. However, whatever you want to do, we can do it. All right. Let's get the number on up in here in the chat. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. This is the Urban Therapy with Sun Show. I am your host, Sun752. And you know what it is. You know. What up, Brent? Thanks for coming through. Appreciate you. I don't appreciate what you said, but I appreciate you. You're okay. Who you rock with? Not so much. Not so much. It's all good though. You know, there's a such thing called winning in the end. You can win in the end. Sometimes you get your wins up front, and sometimes you have to get them on the back end. Right now, Democrats have, and you know, speaking, man, you know, but anyway, listen. Does sex equal marriage? Like, even if you don't believe that up front, do you see the logic in what people are saying? Do you see, do you have any understanding of where they coming from? Like, is it a possibility? And let me ask y'all this. Ain't that some shit? Now, I have no explanation about why the Urban Therapy with Sun sign looks backwards. On other shows, it's the right way. And one thing I know for sure is definitely and absolutely a YouTube thing. But I taped the video last night and it's the right way on camera. So I don't know. I don't understand this. You said too big to rig twice. Well, they didn't rig it the first time. He lost. You know what I mean? He lost. He lost. He knows he lost. He was prepared to lose. He was prepared to lose this time too. But he had to fix in this time. He made sure that he had to fix in this time. See, he didn't have as much to lose in that first election. I mean, well, in his second election. This time, it was for all the marbles. But hey, remember, he won. You didn't win. And now I know that's hard for you MAGA cats to understand, but you didn't win anything. You didn't get no money. The economy is about to go bow. Y'all, hey, sometimes you get what you want, but you might not want what you got. But y'all still campaigning for him. So that already lets me know that y'all have a different agenda. Because if my team, now y'all know I'm an Eagles fan. If my team won 2 weeks ago, like I'm not still talking about when they beat the Cincinnati Bengals. I'm not still talking about when they beat the Browns. I'm not still talking about when they beat. The only team that matters right now that they beat is the Commanders. But they have to play the Rams tonight. So that's what I'll be talking about tonight. It doesn't matter what we did to the Commanders. It happens. It matters, you know, who they're going up in real time. But it's okay. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Let me see. Damn, Emily, you going hard. Said, no shit, Brent. So you still on Trump nuts? Woo! That's because Facebook calling you back. I'm lost on that one. But yeah. If you have sex, then you're married. If your sex, oh, that's what you mean. Because Facebook is calling you back. Look, let me give you a guarantee. Let me give you one little guarantee, Emily. I'm never going back to Facebook. Like, This is finally doing what it's supposed to do. Facebook would have never paid me what YouTube is paying me now. You know what Facebook paid me? The last check I got from Facebook, and it was this weekend. You know what that shit was? $6.33. $6.33. That's what Facebook is giving out. So they got everybody out here calling themselves content creators. They just posting shit just for likes, just for comments, because they think that Facebook is going to give them some money. And Facebook is giving them some money, somewhere around $0 to $10 a month. Real shit. Facebook is fleecing everybody. And that's even with the videos. Oh, look at here. Colton Babs, you're back again. It says 11 viewers laughing my fucking ass off. Actually, it's 12. And you're one of them. You're one of them once again. Yo, do not delete this dude's comments. Do not delete this dude's comments. He's going to rock out today. Because the phone lines are open. And it just so happens that I'm with all the smoke today. So, yeah, 11 people in here. And one of them is you. You could have been watching football. You could have been watching NFL. You could have been in church. You could have went out to dinner. You could be chilling with your girl. And you came here to write in my chat. 11 viewers. That's what you did. So this is the place to be for you. Because you're probably not wanted anywhere else. This is where you need to be. See, Brent says, I work a physical job, $38 an hour. How you think I made it through Bidenomics? I make just as much money as you. And the reason that you made it through Bidenomics is because the economy is way better under Biden than it was under Trump. I know it doesn't feel like it because all y'all remember is what things were going on during the pandemic with the cheap gas. That's the only time gas was cheap, when the lockdown was going on. The other 3 years from 2017 to 2019, gas was not cheap like that. I don't know what the hell is up with y'all memory. And food went up during the lockdown, and it's not going back down. And I can guarantee you that food is not going back down. Because if you were controlling the food industry, the manufacturing, and you were now driving Benzes when you were driving a Toyota Tercel or a Hyundai Sonata, or a Hyundai Elantra, there's no way that you're going to go back to driving a Hyundai Elantra. You're going to stay in your Benz. You're going to stay in your Bentley. You're going to stay in your Maserati. You're going to stay. That's how it's going to happen. So food is not going back down. So I hope for you that your $38 an hour goes up to $40 an hour, because that'll give you $80 more dollars on your check a week. So, that's good math right there. But $38 an hour ain't bad. There are plenty of people who only make half of that, less than that, and they made it through Bidenomics. Now, you ain't gonna tell me you was making $38 an hour during the Trump administration, because everybody want to say, well, because I was making more money on back. No, the fuck you wasn't. No, you were not making more money during the Trump administration, and I bet you any amount of money that you weren't. No way. No way. Especially if you were on the same job. Now, back to this whole sex. Oh, let me do the intro. Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this the Urban Therapy with Sun show. We do this every single Sunday from 1 p.m. till around 2:30-ish. And the reason that we say 2:30-ish is because sometimes it gets so heated that we just have to do a little OT on a Sunday. And it is Sunday. This is the show where adults come out and play with other adults. We laugh, we cry, we argue, fuss, and fight, go back and forth with each other, bust it up all crazy. We take an introspective look into our own personality to see the way that the universe projects us into this thing called the world and try to figure out this thing called life. I am your host, Sun 752, aka Omar with the and if you can't say Omar with the well, then you just say Omar with the R. This is the Urban Therapy with Sun show. And we are talking about if you have sex, does that mean that you are married? Many people believe it. Bible thumpers believe it. And I don't even want to, I'm almost sorry I just said that. Because you don't have to be a Bible thumper. All you have to do is be I consider when somebody calls somebody a Bible thumper, it makes them sound fanatic. It makes them sound like they're just religious for no reason. I mean, if you're a believer, you're a believer. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. I just want to know what is being said or read that makes you subscribe to that doctrine when it kind of goes against everything that happens in human life. Now, of course, somebody could come along and say, yeah, that's what happens in human life. And that's because we go against everything that's divine. We go against everything that's biblical. We go against everything that's righteous. And maybe there's some truth to that. My question is, how do you know that things that are supposedly divine or biblical, how do you know that they are right? Because God has never talked to you. So you have to go through man who practices premarital sex in order to find out that you're not supposed to have premarital sex, because God didn't tell you that. And if you want to say that God wrote the Bible, I mean, that's pretty ridiculous. No disrespect to anybody, but it's ridiculous because God does not write. He would not choose a language in which to write. So it makes no sense. So you have to go through man in order to get this knowledge, which I don't see anything wrong with. I don't see anything wrong with it. Let me see. Gas was 197 in April of 2018. Oh yeah, where? Because it was not that. It was nowhere near that in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Where was gas $1.97? Point me in that direction. Because during the pandemic, that's when it went down to 1.97 in my city. And it was such a significant drop. We was like, what the hell? Yeah, even though I can't go anywhere, I'm going to go get some gas. I worked all during the pandemic, by the way. So before you get into any of that foolishness, no. I worked all during the pandemic. The whole thing. I had no time off. Okay. Roxanne. You don't have to turn on your red light. Welcome. Thanks for coming through, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate you all day. Yeah. No, you're wrong about that 197. I'm telling you, y'all living in a fucking fantasy world. You really are. You are living in a fantasy world about the Trump administration. This man gives a shit about any working people. He cares about millionaires and billionaires. He does not care about working people. He can't relate. He's jerked working people out of their money all his whole career. How do you think he got so rich? Fact check Google then. Why should I have to fact check that when I'm 54 years old? You don't think I remember? I don't have to fact check that. I'm not checking. I don't have to check the prices in Europe or Asia or Africa. I live in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and gas hasn't been under $2 a gallon in over maybe almost 20 years. Real shit. Not here. Not here. Definitely not California. But sex before marriage, or does sex equate to marriage? Now let's get into this thing, y'all. Let's get into this, because if you believe in soul ties, now for those of you who don't know what soul ties are the belief that everyone that you have ever had sex with, you are having sex with whoever they ever had sex with in their lives. So if you have sex with somebody that has had sex with 9 people, then you have had sex with those 9 people that they have had sex with, because the spirit of their existence, I guess, is inside of them. So we're dealing with being married because you have sex before marriage, and we're dealing with soul ties. Now, a lot of people believe in soul ties, and they say that that's a good reason to keep your legs closed or keep your pants up. Okay, I have no problem with that. But regardless of anything, even if you get married, if the person that you are getting married to secretly was promiscuous, then you still get that soul tied load on you. So what would the soul ties do? And I'm not trying to minimalize this, y'all. I'm really not. Even, it may sound like it in my voice, like I'm discounting all of this shit, but I'm not. If we're talking about soul ties, if you marry a man or a woman that has had sex with a lot of people, even if they change their life around, you can't unsoul tie. You can't loosen up the soul ties. They still there, right? So I mean, is there a way to exercise the soul ties? Like, yo, back then when I was tricking, when I was out there having sex for money, I was prostituting myself, whatever. Is there a way to shake that off so I can protect my husband? Because he about to get the energy of, I don't know, 500 men before him. I don't know. Brent says, "Oh, Oklahoma isn't in America, I guess." It definitely is. I don't see where you ever mentioned Oklahoma before. I told you where I live. This is the first time. I mean, unless somebody deleted one of your comments, and I don't see where they did, because I would be able to see that. I don't see where you mentioned being from Oklahoma. I have peoples in Oklahoma. I don't remember them, saying that. Hey, listen, I'm not going to deny that gas was $1.97 in 2018 for you. I'm not going to deny that. I know that it wasn't that here. Now, of that, I can guarantee you. I will swear on a stack of Bibles. The cheapest place in my region to get gas is in Jersey. And believe me, we would have been singing anybody's praises if we was paying $1.97 for gas in 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Anytime in the whole 2000s. But we not there. And we haven't been there. Not there. All right. You said facts make you mad. You're right. I'm coming off very angry to you. That's right. Ansel says it's an uncomfortable situation when 2 people had casual sex in the past end up working together? Shoot, they might have been working together when they had casual sex. And what exactly is casual sex? Let me see. Emily says, just like Kamala and Biden apparently make you mad. Why is it's okay for you to be mad and not anyone else? Girl Woman says, Brent, you can't generalize. All states have the same prices. Prices are dictated by the supplier of said gasoline. Now y'all kicking facts. Info spot 411. Lions 14, Colts 6. Okay. All right. Okay. Good shit. Works for me. You know the Lions be beating people head in. No denying that. Make sure y'all hit the like button, y'all. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, this is the Urban Therapy with Son. Urban Therapy with Son. Urban Therapy with Urban Therapy with Son. Hit the like button and share that show with you. Make sure that you like and subscribe. If you have sex, are you married? Forget all that shit about gas prices and all that. I don't give a shit about that. No, we're not doing that. I really want to know about this, because if people say that you are sex, okay. So when I was going back and forth with the person that I was talking to online this morning, I asked him, I said, is sexual assault does sexual assault still make you married? And he went around the question and he never answered it. He tried to answer it in another kind of way. And y'all know the reason I asked that is because, sexual assault is sex. And if sex equals marriage, you can't have it just your way. At least that's what I'm thinking. Now, if I'm wrong about this, please straighten me out, because I'm willing to be straightened out on this. But I'm thinking that sex, if it's sexual assault, then that's still sex. So that would still make you married, wouldn't it? So if somebody forces you to have sex against your will, are you married to that person? I'm sure that my soul ties people would consider that to be a soul tie. But does that make you married? Now, see, if it does, for anybody who would say, yeah, that was still under those types of guidelines, it would make you married. Under those parameters, it would make you married. With those rules, it would make you married. So regardless of what the courts say, when they haul your ass into the precinct and book you, and you have to post bail or remain in custody until the trial, if it comes down to that, your answer should be like, yo, we're married. You can't prosecute that man. We got married that night. Ridiculous, right? I mean, and I'm not even trying to be facetious, but is that ridiculous to you? So the dude I was talking to, he skirted the issue. He went all around that shit. He was ducking, hiding. He was running. And he went back to the Bible, and he said something about if a man entices a woman, then it invalidates it. I said, well, you know that women commit sexual assault also. And if you want to talk about men enticing women, can you even have a conversation about that without talking about women enticing men? Hmm. What do y'all say? What do you say? Grown woman says, facts, son. SA is still SIG. I can tell you be on YouTube. You got all the yeah. I'm like, man, y'all gonna have to make me start talking like that. I can't do it. They gonna flag me anyway. Roxanne Kitchen says, when you have sex with someone, you are not married, but if you are, yes, sex. Wait, let me make sure I understand it. When you have sex with someone, you are not married, but you are, yes, sex. Okay. InfoSpot says, check the state penal code for sexual assault. It will be defined in there. Google PA state penal code sexual assault. Well, I have checked it. And one thing I know for sure is that they don't say that you are married because you have sex with somebody. And another thing that it says is that there is no penalty anywhere, no statute, no law that prevents consenting adults from having sex with each other before marriage. Not a law on the books. If you are just boyfriend and girlfriend, you can have sex. And you are not married when you have sex. So no matter if you gave them your debit card, your social security number, all of that shit, had children with them, all of that. You can get child support, but you can't get nothing else. No spousal support, no nothing. So adultery is an offense, but it ain't a crime. It is an offense, but it ain't a crime. So, fellas, if your girl catch you cheating, even if she caught you doing the nasty, she can't call the cops and be like, yo, he cheated on me. Lock him up. Ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. Only way it'll happen is if it was non-consensual and able to be proven. You know, rape, kid, all that old stuff. But hey, but it gets deeper. It gets deeper. And if y'all thinking like I'm thinking, y'all probably know where I'm going to go with this. Because we probably have to define exactly what sex is to a lot of people. Like, what exactly is sex? Because you have different forms of sex. You have sex between a man and a woman, straight missionary. You have oral sex, which Bill Clinton tried to say wasn't sex. And I've heard that, or I've been told that oral sex is not foreplay. I've been told that oral sex is actual sex. So, a lot of men who try to warm their women up first and give them oral before, or a woman who goes down on a man, she's not acting out foreplay. She's actually having sex. And they say that's why a lot of women don't want a man to go down on them first. And I'm like, what women? Who? But anyway, like, who? Okay, anyway. So you have oral sex, you have anal sex. And I mean, that ain't for everybody. It's definitely not for me, but it's for some people, a lot of people, millions. So do they qualify? Do all of these forms of sex get you married? Well, the Catholic Church says that oral sex is not sex. You can do all the sucking you want. You won't be fucking the stunt. You can go down. You can give what they call it, a pearl necklace, and get reckless. As long as it don't go in the twat, you can call it anything you want to, but do not call that sex, because it ain't no penetration. Even if the penetration is in the back, that don't whack. You see, it don't count. If it ain't in the vagina, if it doesn't lead to pregnancy, the Catholic Church says that it's not sex. That's what they say. Now, they do say that it's sodomizing if it's anal. They call it sodomy. But they don't call it sex. Hey, and nothing I'm talking about are rules that I made up. I ain't got nothing to do with it. But as we get into this even more, okay, so you have different forms of sex, and then you have to define whether those forms of sex are sex. And do they lead to marriage? Do they equal up to marriage? Y'all not talking enough. I don't know if y'all thinking about it. I don't know if this topic scares y'all. Well, if that part scares y'all, then y'all gonna be terrified in a minute. Y'all about to be terrified. I appreciate you, Info Spot. My man Ed from Detroit. What up? Grown woman says, Ansel, we've been waiting for the new music to drop for a few years. Some being lazy. Man. All right. Grown woman says, no, not in my opinion. And Roxanne says, what about someone who doesn't like sex? I'm glad you said that's what I'm talking about, Rox. That's what I'm talking about, Rox. The ROXANNE. What if a person doesn't like sex? See, what people were saying, the original reason, because you got here a little bit late, Rox, I was saying that I got this topic from going back and forth with somebody online, because they put up a post that said having sex before marriage causes all these problems like STDs and unwanted pregnancies and you know. So I'm saying, okay, so sex after marriage is acceptable, but it's also good, right? So all of the problems that you had with fornication, or should I say sex before marriage, should be fixed when you get married. So if you have sex before marriage, you stand a chance on contracting an STD, right? A disease, a venereal disease, right? An infection, bacterial, sometimes viral. Okay, so there's no way that could happen. There's no way that could happen if you're married, right? And people say that one-on-one, if it's just the two of you, then there's no way that either one of you could get burnt. I'm like, a bacterial infection? Well, you know, bacteria it has to start somewhere. Don't forget about the STD things, because I know that makes people uncomfortable. What about if you marry somebody and they're just not that good at sex? Like, I love you, but you suck in the sack, and I wish I could take my vows back, but we had sex after marriage, waited a time, and I shouldn't have done that. That shit is a crime. Every time that we do it, I wish that you would stop, and I'm obligated to do it, and I feel like a flop. And I'ma find me another way to just hang out with you every day, the way we used to play. Before we got married, all we did was talk and go out on the town and just mess around. But when we got married and we said our vows, then we had sex that night. And I said, how did I get myself into this situation? I feel like this is the worst decision I ever made. I got played. Who said this thing was the best? This thing should never come off on my legs, my chest, my arms, my back. This shit is feeling kind of whack. He's a good man. She's a good woman, but they suck in the sack. And speaking of sucking, you ain't even good at that. What the hell is going on? What the hell I sat myself in? It's not a chair. I wish I wasn't sitting there. And every time I go home at night, I say, I don't care. There's no way I'm getting into that position again. And you know, people who don't have good sex always want to have sex. You know, and I know the people who are worse at sex always want to have sex. They do. They be pulling on you. Come on, let's do it again. And you be like, can't we just watch some TV? Go get something to eat. Let's have a conversation. Want to play some cards? Hey, I got the old game Simon. Remember Simon? Boop, 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 boop. Want to play? So if you wait until you get married to have sex, then that sex should be the bomb. Oh, and the unwanted pregnancy thing. No way that you could ever have an unwanted pregnancy if you're married, right? Right? And so says, is that a first date conversation? Yeah, it should be. It should be answered. They should be like, yo, are you ready to get married tonight? Baby, are you ready to enter into this holy matrimony with me? Ooh, baby, I gotta marry you. I think I'm gonna marry you tonight. Ooh, baby. What? Roxanne says, to be honest with you, brother, son, sometimes it does cause a problem in a relationship. Sometimes, shit, a lot. Listen, I've had a lot of conversations with people who believe that you should wait to get married to have sex. And I'm like, okay, listen, if that's what you want to do, then you do that. But you ain't gonna tell me that you waited to have sex with you waited to get married to somebody to have sex with them, and now that sex is just gonna be the bomb. Like, it's a good thing we both waited. Isn't it worth it? Isn't it so worth it? You don't know, shoot, just like you have social compatibility, you have to have physical compatibility, aka sexual compatibility. You have the physical compatibility is not the same as the sexual compatibility, but they go hand in hand because both of them are physical. So your bodies sometimes, your physical bodies sometimes don't align with somebody else. Have any of you ever been with somebody that you really didn't fit well with? And you know what I'm talking about. I'm not even talking about the penetration part. Hugs might have been hard for y'all. It's not a good fit. Men, I know you know what I'm talking about. Most men have been with a woman when it feels like when her legs go up, it's like she molded you there. Like it's like a Lego. You fit right in there, click. And then some women, she might be the baddest John, but you just didn't fit. It wasn't a good fit. It was weird. It was awkward. You had to find a way to make it fit. Like, here, I gotta plane this joint down a little bit. Like, what are you doing with that tool? Don't worry about it, mommy. I got you. plane. I gotta plane down your thighs a little bit. You calling me fat? No, but I don't fit in this thing. I don't know what it is. I'm playing it down. Matter of fact, let me get the level. Let me get a level. Get a level. This phone is gonna be my level. We're gonna level the. Okay, I gotta plane this thigh down a little bit more. Okay. Better. Thought I was gonna have to break out the. Okay. We finally fit together. Physically, y'all may not go together. Honestly, this is not even, I'm not even kidding around. You know when your body fits well with somebody else. Women know it too. If you've ever been with a man who was like, I don't want to say fat, but let's say he had some weight on him. He had some size on him. Hey, that's a good one. He had some size on him. Some men might have been able to hold their weight to where they were never crushing you. And then some men who may have been way lighter than the big dude, yeah, I mean, he was pancaking your ass. You're like, what the hell? Like, you are defying gravity. You are defying gravity. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? So yeah. Okay, let's go. Let's go further. Let's go further because we still got a lot. We got a lot to unpack with this topic. We have a lot to unpack. Please hit the like button, y'all. Share the show. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. Hit the like button, yo. Share the show and subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel. I said hit the like button and share the show. I said subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed. I said hit the like button and share the show and subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed. I said hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Yo, heat the thing up like summertime flannel. You gotta let the blanket in the middle of July and people looking at you crazy and asking why am I sharing the show? Because the boy O be talking all that crazy ass shit. Some of it I did know, and some of it I just learned today. But my life is never going to be the same way. Hey, I like to come through and talk to a bunch of people that I never saw before, new. And speaking of new, this is brand new knowledge. It didn't come out today, but I ain't go to college to learn this stuff that I just conceived. And I heard this shit, and I couldn't believe that there's another way of thinking out here. It ain't a stinking thinking, but I'm taking it to the bank, and I would thank a lot of people for this deposit. And I'm going to keep my real thoughts out of the closet. I won't keep them locked up, stocked up, and won't let it build up. We gonna fill up. Gas $1.97 back in 2018 in Oklahoma. I don't know what I mean. Wasn't like that. Philadelphia, you know. But I understand it's a different kind of flow. All right, let's go. Okay. Grown woman says, if your spouse is cheating, then you can still get an STD or infection. You're kidding me. No. Well, yeah. You can get an STD even if your spouse wasn't cheating. And there are various ways for this to happen because there's so many different STDs. You know, there are STDs that aren't even exactly STDs, but they're STDs. You know what I mean? So you can get like bacterial vaginosis. And y'all could be only having sex with each other. Got BV. Technically, it's a STD. Technically, it's not. It's on the fence. But it could leave you a little itchy and a little. But it doesn't have to have anything to do with your partner having sex with anybody else or you. So marriage can't fix all of that. And to be honest with you, you might have been burning before you got married. They say that some sexually transmitted diseases, they say that you don't know. And I'm like, I've never gone for that. As a man, when your shit burning, you can hear it. You'd be like, what was that? Sounds like a crackling fire. Oh no! Okay. All right. Let's go. And so says, question for the women in the chat. How do you bring up the conversation of bad sex? Shoot. That should be a question for the men too. Shit. Even though they put it all on us, shit, there are plenty of women out here who don't know what they're doing. Plenty. Roman says, not true if you don't want children. Right. So let's say now some people who subscribe to this theory about sex equaling marriage, or when you get married, you shouldn't have to use any type of birth control and all of that. So you mean to tell me that, let's say a young couple, fucking like rabbits, I guess your wife ain't never gonna get a chance to have a period because y'all gonna be dropping babies one after another. No diaphragm. No sponge. No condoms. And none of that stuff. You can forget about the pill. You get the patch. What's that shit? Norplant. What's that other shit? Depo-Provera? Wasn't it Depo-Provera that they was using a lot in the 90s? That chick that you get the shot. They gave you a shot and you couldn't get pregnant for. But they say you ain't supposed to use that when you get married. So I hope that y'all both have a good job. Hopefully y'all not so traditional that the man only works and the woman stays home with the children. That's gonna be a financial hardship like a boo. Selena, girl. Glad you don't use a lot of profanity. Actually, I do. I don't want you to get offended. I curse a lot, but only because I'm grown and I'll be feeling like it. I mean, it's not to offend anybody. And Spot says if she doesn't like bowling, she is going in the friend zone. I ain't even mad at that. Like, y'all should have a nice time together, right? My man says she don't like bowling. You ain't the one for me. I thought you was all right. Run along. But okay. So what we got? We got sexual assault. We have different forms of sex. All of these things would equal up to marriage for people who subscribe to this theory. Or do they? All right. So what about people? I'm sorry, I got a piece of I got it. It never works out that way. Normally when I get a piece of meat stuck in my teeth, normally I be trying to, you ever try to dig a piece of meat out of your teeth with your tongue? Like, you rubbing your tongue against your teeth all hard. It ain't working. This time it actually works because I use my fingernail. But anyway, what about homosexuality? Same sex. They're having sex, right? Now, most people who believe that you should be married before you have sex they don't accept homosexuality or gay marriage as real marriage, right? But they are having sex though, right? Or do you have to disqualify same-sex relationships as not having sex? And if they're not having sex, then what makes them homosexual? I'm asking. I'm not telling. I'm asking. This is something we need to talk about, and it's something that I have to ask about. Would same-sex relationships automatically be married? So, we don't even need to have gay marriage as a legislation. If y'all have sex, then y'all automatically married. Boom. So, for the people who say that the Bible says that sex is only or marriage is only between a man and a woman, but if you accept that somebody's homosexual, so you accept that they do have sex with the same sex, then you would kind of have to agree that they got married too, right? Or no? Like this here chair. This here chair. This here chair is the goalpost. Do we move that motherfucker? Do we move the goalpost? Move the goalpost. Do we move the goalpost? Well, do we? Huh? 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 What? Yeah. So what do y'all say? What do y'all say, my peoples? Does sex equal marriage? Soul ties. Are you having sex with everybody that somebody else has sex with when you have sex with them? Because if you have had sex with somebody, then you have inherited the spirits of their personal beings, their family history, and anyone who has entered into them. Soul ties. And I've noticed that they try to relegate soul ties to mostly women, because women are the ones who get penetrated. And I guess because they are also the ones who get ejaculated into it, except in male gay sexual relationships. I guess that they carry the bulk of the soul ties. So is that women have to bear the children, and they also get the bulk of the soul ties? Is that why women be mad? Is that why sometimes you're sad? Is that why you're going for sad? Is that why women be mad? I said, because that baby dad. Is that why women sometimes be mad? I said, Is the bad time that you had? Is that why women be mad? I need some answers. If y'all can come up with it like cancer, like a diagnosis, like osmosis. Jones, yo, leave it alone. If you don't understand what I'm talking about, listen on the phone. You can call up 319-527-6199 and shine. You got questions or suggestions? I'm open to all that. Yeah, you can call back. Yo, call the number, press number 1, and we can talk a little while and we can have some fun. And I'm not going to leave until the job is done because I'm 752, not 751. You understand where we going with this? Can we fry it up like some really good fish? I'm talking perch or spots or some kind of trout. Yo, we gonna eat that shit and rock out, you know. Yo, everything will be okay. We gonna rock this shit. Yeah, on a Sunday, started at 1:30. Yo, a little late, but don't hurt me. We gonna do this shit to like 3:30. Not getting enough answers from y'all. What we doing? What are we doing? And so it says I had a work situation. Someone made a funny gay joke and someone said they're gay, but it was funny. That sounds like an HR issue. Let's see. Ansel. Emily says, Ansel, the gays and lesbians are very sensitive. Reason I don't share those kinds of posts anymore. I'm not trying to make anyone mad or anything. Well, but are they married though? Are they married though? You know, are they wasting all of those times? You know, with people saying that in the Bible doesn't recognize homosexuality and it's an abomination and it's wrong, but they having sex. So, you know, if sex equals up to marriage, no matter who you have sex with, then all those sexual sadists, people engaging in illicit sexual behavior, people who rape, molest. Well, molestation is only well, it's not penetration. Molestation is touching, illicit touching, and I hate this, but I have to do it. I hate this, but I have to do it. Gotta ask. Hate this, but I gotta do it. Gotta ask. Are those pedophiles married to those children? Are those pedophiles married to those children? Are those pedophiles married to those children? If sex equals marriage, then are those pedophiles married to those children? If those, are they married to those children? If sex equals up to marriage, then are those pedophiles married to those children? If the sex equals up to marriage, then are those pedophiles married to those children? I need to know. Guadalupe Lopez, what's good? Ruat Sangha says, once I was kidnapped by mimes. They did unspeakable things to me. Oh my God. Yo. And I've seen this joke in the chat before. I was kidnapped by mimes. They did unspeakable things all the time. They said nothing. I didn't really know what was going on. I asked questions. They didn't answer them. All right. Guadalupe says Tyson is what? What is he? What is Tyson? What is Tyson? What, Tyson has what is you trying to say that Tyson is a pedophile? I think his wife is of age. I believe his wife is of age. But if you're going to call him a pedophile, then you have to call Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, and all them real old heads that have decided to take on a young wife and had children late in life. Let me see. How old is Mike Tyson's wife? Well, he couldn't have been talking about her. She's 47. She ain't no young John. Mm-hmm. I don't know. To be honest with you. Okay, now he's 58. So if you want to say that he's too old for her because he's 11 years older than her, but at that age, I wouldn't be mad at it. I mean, I don't know. But none of his wives were underage or significantly younger. He's been married, I guess, 4 times. Oh, no, I'm sorry. He's been married 3 times. Robin Givens is actually older than him. He does some shit. She has a birthday coming up. She's Sagittarius, November 27th. And Monica Turner was a year younger than him, born in 1967. I don't know. Maybe you were answering another question. Oh, it's just, what do you think about Mike Tyson? All right, well, we ain't talking about that. We ain't talking about that. You said that interview told him he was a rapist. Well, he says that he didn't rape the woman. But let's say he did. One thing is for sure that neither one of them deny. They definitely had sex. Whether it was non-consensual or whether it was consensual, they had sex. So were they married? Were they married? That's what I want to know. Roxanne says, blessings and good evening. That's what's up. Talking to Carrie. That's what's up. But yeah, were they married? Were they married? That's all I want to know. I don't know. Maybe y'all uncomfortable with this topic, or maybe y'all wrangling with it. Want to make sure you don't say the wrong thing. Nobody's going to get judged here. I just want to know. Sex before marriage. Well, I'm sorry. Yeah. Does fornication equal marriage? Now, I was messing with a woman before, and she told me she was a Hebrew Israelite, and the Hebrew Israelites kind of subscribe to that. If you have sex, then you're married thing. And she was a Hebrew Israelite, and she told me, well, she had asked me after we stopped dealing with each other, could I release her? And I was like, what do you mean, can I release you? She said, well, because we were having sex, I was married to you, and I can't divorce you. But if you release me, then I can do what I want to do. And I said, let me get this straight. Let me get this straight. You are coming to me. You calling me on the phone asking me, can I let you go? As if I own you. We didn't live together. We was cool, but we wasn't like. But she insisted that we were married. And I was like, you didn't tell me that when we was doing it. But she asked me, could I release her? I said, well, you're a grown woman and you have the right to do whatever you want to do. But since you are locked into this doctrine, into this belief that I have to release you, I said, let me think about it. Because I was an asshole at the time. It was when I was a baby. I was like 40. No, I wasn't even 40 yet. This was around 2007. Yeah, this was around 2007, 2008. So I wasn't 40 yet. So I was still in full grown asshole mode. I was drinking at the time and all of that shit. So I was like, well, give me some time to think about it. Because I was like, I'm not the type of dude you want to give that kind of power. So you mean to tell me that the only way that you can mess with somebody else is if I tell you to? The only way you can start seeing somebody else is if I say so? I've never held nobody back in my life. But now I'm thinking about it like, I said, I get back to you. I'll get back to you. Y'all know I never got back to her. I was evil. I said, I'm never going to get back. I ain't telling you that you can get back with a young bloke. Yo, get with that. If you do it, you would do it without my blessing. I'm doing this shit because I'm testing to you to see if you were really going to do and care about what I said to you, boo. You. On some other type of time, I say it's a crime for give me that much power right out the shower. All right. TK Ray says, if you had to think about it, the cat must have been good. It honestly, really. Anyway. Listen, if now in my mind, oh shit, oh crap. Okay, hold on, y'all. Hold on. We're gonna have to restart some things. Okay. That's what I get for standing up too long. Wait a minute. It's a good thing I'm recording with the camera, and I mean with the phone and not the webcam, because this show would be over. OVER. But yeah. In my mind, if the cat was all of that, then she wouldn't have had to ask me, because we would already been together. She called me out of the blue. Anyway, I wish her well. Grown woman says, son, you took a while to grow up. Yup, I'm still growing. Says, so you still holding her hostage, huh? I'm like, I'm not doing this shit. You gotta understand how ridiculous that shit sounded to me. What are you talking about? You gotta ask me if you can go get a boyfriend. We don't go together. If we was together, would you have to ask me if you could go be with somebody else? And do you think I was going to say yeah? She had to ask because she married me without my consent. She was the Hebrew Israelite, not me. She married me under false pretenses. So I wasn't trying to divorce. You didn't tell me that we was married, so I wasn't letting you get divorced. You was gonna have to get divorced on your own, you know. You was gonna have to get a decree. You was gonna have to get a decree on your own.
Welcome to Blog Talk Radio.
No way I'm co-signing that. Hold on, y'all. There was no way.
Since it appears you're calling back into a live show, we are reconnecting you now.
All right. Since I restarted, I gotta get some things together. All right. Okay, I guess we good. But yeah, like since you married me under false pretenses, I'm not going to easily give you a divorce. No, you wait on that. You know what I mean? You got women out here having babies and not telling men that they're their father. Now they marrying men and not even telling them. For shame. For shame. For shame. Bad woman. And she was older than me. She was older than me by like 5 or 6 years. I was like, come on, man, you know what I mean? She took advantage of me. She took advantage of me. Okay. Grown woman says, face it, she wanted you still. She was asking for permission. All right. Grown woman says, y'all was married. We was something. But because of our interaction, as far as I'm concerned, we should still be married. Wherever you are out there, you better not be messing around on me. Because I didn't release you. And you ain't had no business going nowhere. Now, I wasn't married to her. She was married to me. So I never cheated. She, on the other hand, is probably out here being a little harlot. For shame. 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 I said for shame, baby. It's so shameful. Shame. If I lose your love, it's a shame. Mama just don't understand. Back in your arms is where I wanna be. Shout out to Evelyn Shame Champagne King. Hit the like button, y'all. Share the show, subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe. Hit the like button, share, subscribe. Emily says, y'all got a common law divorce, reverse common law marriage. You both good. Nope. Because it ain't no law. Did the law make us married? No. And God don't expire. There is no statute of limitations on the Lord or nature. So if she married me and didn't tell me, she can't divorce me. It's divine. Now, maybe if she become a regular Christian, maybe she could divorce me. But if she's still a Hebrew Israelite, she ain't going nowhere. I ain't worried about it. She ain't going nowhere. She ain't going nowhere. I ain't worried about nothing. That's right. Mama just don't understand. Oh. I'm just saying. I'm saying. But anyway, but seriously. So, we got sexual assault, we got pedophilia, we got homosexuality. All of these people have sex, not in a good way, not in a positive way, not even in a consensual way, but they all have sex. So if we say that sex equals marriage, we can't have it. I'm thinking, now y'all can straighten me out on this, but I'm thinking you can't have it your way. You can't have it just be your way. Like, well, I say that, sex is only between a man and a woman, and the only people who can get married if they have sex is people who are a man or a woman together, heterosexual, and not necessarily if he entices her. Entice. And that was the word he used, entice. I said, dang, I thought women did all the enticing. You know what I mean? She came over here, man, she was seducing me. No, I didn't seduce you. I enticed you. You a grown man. You made your own decision. T. Carey Wright says, my answer is no. I don't subscribe to this biblical rule that you're married after sex. Oh, no? You probably just saying that because you've been married by the law. Emily says, Ansel, son just had to get warmed up before letting go to entertain. Is that what it was? Is that what it was? I don't know. Sex equaling marriage. I mean, this to millions of people, this makes a lot of sense. And I would be lying if I didn't say or think that this is a rule probably constructed by men in order to maintain control of women. Like, I had sex with you, so you can't have sex with nobody else because I married you. Now I'm gonna do everything that I'm supposed to do as a husband, but don't try to marry somebody else because I done married you. I done locked you down and married you. I did everything a man is supposed to do. I set a date with you. I washed up, put on cologne, dressed nice. I came to pick you up. I took you out. We went to a dinner. We went to a show. We had a night on the town. We walked in the park, held hands, had a couple of drinks, came back to the crib and got married. I was marrying me some you. I was marrying some you. Marrying some you. We consummated the marriage tonight. I married me some you. I got up in there, did it all right. I married me some you. Yeah, I ain't gonna marry nobody else, but I can marry you. We did what we were supposed to do. I just marry you. I know we only knew each other for a few weeks, but yo, I just marry you. Yo, I'm glad that you're pretty with big titties. I just marry you. Pinky rings just don't be fitting on the pinky, so I gotta force this shit. See, this is supposed to be a pinky ring. But see, I'm gonna lose this ring if I keep wearing it on my pinky. So I gotta force it onto my. It ain't going nowhere for a minute. It ain't going nowhere for a minute. Where was I? Yeah, I'm glad that you had a fat ass, took you out, took you back to the crib, and that shit lasts. Yo, but I married you because I just married you. Yo, we gonna have some real pretty children because I just married you. Even though you're premenopausal, it's all good, but I just married you. And we gonna be together forever as long as we love each other. I just married you. I've been married a few times before, but they were whores, but I just marry you. Meet me at the altar in an all-white dress. We ain't getting no younger. It's time to do it. Let's get married. Mm-hmm. Info Spot says, can Eagles fans get married to Giants or Cowboys fans? They can get married to Giants fans. I've seen it work. But Cowboys fans, I don't know. I mean, maybe if one of them is just a loose fan. I figure if you're a real Eagles fan, there's no way that you're going to be able to marry a Cowboys fan. But if you just like, you're a light fan, like it don't really mean that much to you. You don't go to the games. You don't make sure that you see every game. You don't know the players. You don't get into the politics of sports and all of that. Yeah, sure, you can marry anybody you want. You're the type of person that don't really watch football until they get to the Super Bowl, and you the type to just host a Super Bowl party, but you don't have no horse in the race. That's the only way. That's the only kind of Eagles fan that I can see marrying a Cowboys fan. Like, how y'all fall in love? How? Grown Woman Don't Try Me says, why not get the ring size correctly? I did. It was originally a regular ring finger ring, and I got it sized down to a pinky ring, and it fits, but nah. Like, I don't think my pinky was made for a pinky ring, because it would have to be smaller, and I don't like small rings. I like, y'all know me. I like the big gold. I don't. And I actually have lost it. When I was trying to rock this shit on my pinky, I lost it 3 times. And I found it 3 times. And I was like, I don't think I should put it on my pinky anymore. Ask your jeweler to add an inside ring to help it fit. I'm gonna just keep it on my ring finger. Grown Woman Don't Try Me says, I'm an Eagle fan, and my answer is no. That's right. We don't play that kind of shit. Speaking of Cowboys, though, Ansel says, my family are NFC East and AFC North holidays are fun. Okay. TK Wright says, I'm an Eagles fan, die hard, and I say no info. But my friend from Philly who is a Cowboys fan married an Eagles fan from New Jersey. They're divorced now. Yeah, that's only right. I'm glad that I'm glad that didn't work out because it sounds dumb. But speaking of Cowboys fans, so I was talking to a coworker, and they were talking. She's white. She's white, this coworker is. And she was talking about these Dallas Cowboys fans. I was like, what Dallas Cowboys fans? She's like, oh, my brother-in-law. And I was like, who? I was like, wait a minute. Is your brother-in-law white? And she was like, yeah. I said, what? Yo, I swear to God, I have never met a white Dallas Cowboys fans in this area. Only black men be talking that cowboy shit. DC for life shit. DC4L. I swear I would have put my hand on a stack of Bibles. Like, yo, if there are white Dallas Cowboy fans in the Philadelphia area, they be keeping their shit on the low. You might see them when they come to the games, like when the Cowboys play the Eagles at the Link. But I figured that like they probably traveled in. They probably got on a plane to come in. Cowboys. All the white people here are diehard Eagles fans. They do not play. They will punch a Cowboys fan in the mouth. Black, white, Latino, they don't play that shit. They be like, give me a beer. Now give me your eye. Boop. I ain't even bullshitting. I was like, white Cowboy? He was like, yeah. She was like, yeah, I know a lot of white Cowboys fans. I was like, yeah, I want to meet these bastards. Like, where y'all been hiding at? I haven't worked with none. I'm all the white men I worked with, none of them. If they was Cowboys fans, they was like closet Cowboys fans. They was not coming out. But the black dudes, oh yeah, Cowboys, 5 rings. That's why people don't like black people. Really, that's why the world, yeah, it's this kind of shit. Kanye said that slavery was a choice, but he was wrong. He was wrong for saying that. The reason for slavery is because of, black people liking Cowboys fans, and they not from Texas. No loyalty. They say we can't stick together, and that's proof. I tell you what, Cowboys fans definitely are probably the ones who get married when they have sex. Troy McNair, my man Troy Dees. Troy Diesel out here. Thanks, Rox. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Grown woman says, I bet that played a part in the divorce. I'm sure they had all kinds of irreconcilable differences. And it all probably equaled up to that. That's terrible. That's terrible. Grown woman, don't try me, says, I've worked with a few sons. Grown woman, I swear I never seen no white Cowboy fans around here. But I know that if I met some, then I know that it would be an HR issue. Because I would be like, listen, I done put up with racism, racial discrimination. I done put up with redlining districts. I've been chased. I've been ran out of places. I've been denied service. I will be goddamn if I'm gonna be putting up with some white Cowboy fans in the Philadelphia area. Now we gotta draw the line somewhere. I know for a fact that it was the black Cowboy fans that voted for Trump. No fucking Latinos too. Yo, let me find out Kamala Harris lost a whole election because of the fucking Cowboys. Yo, I think we done discovered the real reason. Nah, it ain't had nobody stole the election. There's them goddamn Cowboy fans. That's what it is. Because you ain't gonna tell me you a Dallas Cowboys fan and you ain't vote for Trump. No way. No way. DK Ray says, oh, it's gonna ask for a transfer. Like, listen, I might be on a couple of weeks suspension pending an investigation. Like, well, there was an altercation, until I get my representative, I'd rather not speak on the matter. There's a pending investigation. You know what I'm saying? I'll be back to work. I'll be back to work in a couple of weeks or whatever, after everything gets straightened out, if they run the cameras back and realize he started it. Audemars 559 says, hey, yo, son, what up, my peoples? Good to see you, my dude. Good to see you. Always, always. It was them goddamn Cowboy fans. Who said that Kamala Harris wasn't black? It was some goddamn Cowboy fans. Huh? Huh? What's the reason Texas has been a red state for so long? It was the goddamn Cowboys fans. Who overturned Roe versus Wade? The goddamn Cowboys fans. Why the price of milk and eggs and oxtails went up? Them goddamn Cowboys fans. Gas 3 something a gallon and ain't coming down to like $2.97. Why? The goddamn Cowboy fans. My niece and her man been trying to have a baby for the last 5 years. Fertility drugs, none of that shit working. You know why? The goddamn Cowboys fans, motherfuckers. They just cut off my auntie. They just cut off my auntie food stamps. And she used to sell me them shits for 2 to 1. Why? Well, she got a letter in the mail where he sent her an email. What did it say? Because of them goddamn Cowboys fans. Next year, when y'all lose y'all Social Security, your Medicare, and all that old shit, you know who to thank. Them goddamn Cowboys fans, motherfucker. Artemon says, I know Cowboys fans from Milwaukee, Minneapolis, Indianapolis, Pittsburgh, Philly, DC, New York, Cali, ATL. Don't understand. My cousin in Milwaukee is a Cowboys fan, and me and him ain't spoke in years. Well, we had a funeral and a sort of family reunion this year. And this is the first time we've spoken since 2010. And you know why? Because he's a goddamn Cowboys fan. The nigga ain't no good. He ain't no good. Let's get it, understand. Nigga no good. He's a no good nigga. Yo, I knew it from back when we was kids and all that foul shit he did. It all came to a head. That shit he said to me, I wasn't letting it go. No, not no more. Cowboys fans living in Green Bay land? Fuck is wrong with that man? You know Green Bay won the first 2 Super Bowls. You can't deny that shit. Yo, the door closed when people come through acting like they never knew you a Cowboys fan in Green Bay land. What the fuck is up with you? I ain't trying to hear it. That's the wrong spirit and you're in the wrong place and time. I got another shine for you to do because your shit is whack. And I'm never going to speak to you even if you try to call me back. My digits don't dial your numbers. I don't even know what the 10 are. Use a 10 star. You be rusty just like the roof in India. I'm not down with that shit. You need to end this old campaign that you've been running since forever. My uncle's a Green Bay fan. All of them like the Packers. That shit makes sense. Why are you not a homer? What's wrong with you? You should be alone for the rest of your life. And now, no, you ain't got no kids, no wife. He really don't have no kids and no wife. You know why he don't have no kids and no wife? Because God ain't want to give him that life. He said, you are a goddamn Cowboys fan. Giving you no kids, ain't giving you no girl. I ain't giving you no whiz. Info Spot says that makes a good video. Somewhere Cowboys jersey and a MAGA hat to the Eagles game. Oh, you trying to kill me? Okay, cool. All right. I see. I thought we was cool. You trying to get me killed? You know about this city. You know what I'm saying? You get killed over social media posts in this city. Like it ain't nothing. I mean, you think I'm gonna wear a MAGA and a Cowboys to an Eagle? Okay, I see. It all comes out in the wash. Troy says, last time the Cowboys won the Super Bowl, the Macarena was the #1 song. And that was a stupid dance. And you know who used to do that dance? Them goddamn Cowboys fans. Nobody doing that stupid looking shit. It was even whack a song. Pizza says, goddamn. Yo, man, thank you for letting me be myself again. Hit the like button, yo. That's what y'all need to do. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel. Please do that for me. Tierney95 says, stay blessed, brother. One love. One love to you also. Thank you. Appreciate you. Why? Why did Judas betray Jesus? You know why Judas betrayed Jesus? Why? Why? Because he was a goddamn Cowboys fan. Pandora's box opening up ass nigga. all of the ills of the earth. All of the ills of the earth. Why? Why is there a crime to the goddamn Cowboys fans? I said the goddamn Cowboys fans. Everything that's bad in the world is because the motherfucking Cowboys, Cowgirls. They say it's the start of America's team. This shit is whack. That's why America's fucked up. You know what I mean? And it's going to get worse with every verse because the goddamn Cowboys fans. This verse is going towards me trying to make a better day. But Cowboy fans in the way. They in the way. We got to get them out of the way. And when it got to start today. Now, they ain't playing the Commanders. Anybody know the score? I hope they losing another game and lose a little bit more. But I don't want them to do well in the draft. So don't only let them lose half of their games. Do the math. But just make sure none of them games are anywhere near the Eagles, because I ain't playing that shit. The season will be over if we let them win one game against us. Because I ain't trying to hear that shit. Because they got there. I said, got there. I said, got there. I said, they got there. Cowboys fans. What are they? Got there. Cowboys fans. Get rid of us. Got there. Cowboys fans. They the reason for unwanted pregnancy. They're the reason for the HIV virus, monkeypox, Ebola, COVID-19. You gonna tell me they ain't had nothing to do with it? Prove it. Prove it. Show me something. Shit, Pizza says, anyone who hates this channel probably some cat. Yo, you got you. Yo. I thought I was ready. I wasn't ready for that shit. Oh man, pizza. Give that man an award. Give that man an award, yo. He gotta get an award. Yo, don't sleep. He said anyone who hates this channel. He said anyone who hates this channel is probably some goddamn Cowboys fans. Can't deny it, son. Can't deny it. That shit is the greatest. Oh man, since the Reagan era word. Oh my goodness. You got TK right. She says the irony if you singing that song while playing an Indian drum. I know what I'm doing. They was a goddamn Cowboys fans. They causing all the problems around the land, killed a bunch of Indian Cowboys did. And then they made a football team out of that shit. Why are they NFC East? Texas ain't nowhere near the East. This shit is crazy. At least they should be in the Central, down south. I need to kick the fuck out. We don't need them. They always messing up on our time. They always playing late games, prime time. And I'm like, who the hell made them so special? They ain't been in no NFC championship in how long? The hell? What? Talking that 5 ring shit. Don't nobody care about how many rings you got. You know what I mean? We out here trying to cure cancer. And why can't we cure cancer? My pop died of cancer in 2021. And I know his doctor was a goddamn Cowboys fan. That's all right. He gonna have to answer to that shit. He gonna have to answer to that shit. You know, when you get to the pearly, this day of judgment is coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. I feel good. We about to get on about it here, though. It's time for us to go. Let's do these birthday shout outs. You know what I mean? Let's do these birthday shout outs, and then we gonna take the route out. Birthday shout outs and take the route out. Yeah, I think we did enough for the day. We're gonna get out. All right, let's do it. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious November 24th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are SPECIAL. We get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. We get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. We get the RESPECT. They get number one out the box. Hold on. Move this over a little bit. Terry Garcia Horn. Happy birthday to you, and also Tanya Davis. And my girl, my neighbor from across the street from my mom's house, Erica in Kennard Allen. Happy birthday to you. And also Kathy Horn. Happy birthday to you. And Michelle Robinson. Happy birthday, last but not least, Michelle Robinson. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all. And I hope that today finds you all in good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious November 24th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out. Rock on and do the damn, the rock out. Rock on and do the damn, rock out. Rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait, and great things happen to those who grind. But anything can happen to those goddamn Cowboys fans. I said, goddamn Cowboys fans. So go hard, go for yours. And remember, If you say that you have to get married because you had sex, let me make one thing throughout all of this joking and seriousness. Let me make this abundantly clear. You have the right to feel how you want to feel, believe what you want to believe, and carry out whatever you want to carry out, as long as the other person is in compliance with what you're doing. The real problem comes when you try to tell other people how to live their lives, or try to guilt trip other people into complying with the way that you think, the way that you feel, and how you would like to do things. That's what really gets in the way of some people, some people's objectives, their motives, and things like that. Anything in life could be labeled as good or bad, or perceived as good or evil, depending on the audience that they're performing in front of, or that they are acting in front of. So, there's a reason why the law doesn't recognize certain things, and that certain things aren't enforced or pushed upon people. It just wouldn't work. It just wouldn't work. And we have to concentrate on some things that align ourselves with some type of autonomy. I don't want to say freedom, because freedom and autonomy are a little bit different. Autonomy has more to do with your spirituality, your divinity, where freedom is more of a political ideal, and neither one of them, or let me better say, both of them are questionable. And if you can't live up to the questions that are asked about you that are supposed to govern your life and your actions, you probably need to go learn a little bit more. And you should never be afraid of any type of rebuttal or any type of questioning if you are truly a believer. If you're truly a believer, you should be able to say, well, this is the way, this is what I think, and it should be this way, and this is how it's going to rock out. So, yeah, we're going to kick it like that. Look, Colton Babs came back up in here. Ain't that some shit? He came back in here because he never left. That to me, that's the funniest shit. He never left this channel. He was right there in the background. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Colton is a girl or a man that wears false eyelashes. You know what I'm saying? He probably got some lipstick. You know what I mean? You're a little tranny. Oh, go ahead, little transgender. It's okay. You'll be able to use the right bathroom once again. All right. Okay. Selena says, "Go Hogs." You talking about the Redskins? I'm sorry, the Commanders. That's what they used to call the offensive line. yo, he's gotta be one of those goddamn pieces. You are, yo, man. Would a cowboy use a cowbell? Would a cowboy use a cowbell? Cowboy use a cowbell? Cowboys use a cowbell? Cowboys use a cow. Cowboys use a cow. He probably would. She probably would. That cat is probably asexual. He's probably a goddamn Cowboy fan. He's a goddamn cow. I know they're gonna flag this show. Oh, you from Arkansas? My mom is from Arkansas. That's what's up. So you're talking about the Razorbacks. The Razorbacks. Okay, cool. Yo, hit the like button, y'all. Share the show. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. Love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow night, Monday, going into Tuesday night at 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Coming through and give me some time. Give me some shine. Give me a little love. Let's learn together, grow together, do some shit, and fly together. And it's never gonna stop until I say that I gotta close my eyes for the last time. But now I'm right here on earth, healthy and warm and ready to do this thing again and again and again. Let us on. Yo. All right. So that's gonna do it. We out of here. We out of here. And I want to thank all of y'all for not being no goddamn Cowboys fans. All right, man. All right, Blog Talk, we gonna get you out of here. Yeah. And for my YouTubers, you know just how we do, but thanks for coming on through. See you on the other side, my boobers. Peace, y'all. Have a good afternoon and evening.